Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 465, functioning perfectly with the AAA. How's everyone doing? And welcoming. I'm drugged. Okay, look, medicinal maracas right off the bat. Yeah, it's real, okay? Fuck, leave me alone. Joining me in the sitting room, as always, our Drunkle and Sinatra. How you doing? Drunkle.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah, let's start with you. I've heard so very little of you. How are things?
You know, they're thinging along with the stuff. I'm cooking a chili.
A vegetable chili?
It's a chili made purely of vegetables, yes, that I call beans.
Because there are 5 beans?
There are 5 different kinds of, not 5 beans, but 5 different kinds of beans in there. And it smells fantastic. It's cooking low and slow.
As it's supposed to?
Yeah. Oh, it takes about 3 hours to make a decent chili, you know. You put it up there with a bolognese, man. You got to cook it on low. You got to cook lots of it, and it's got to take all night.
Yep. That's if I make a sauce, it's at least 4 hours.
Easily.
No, I can
Easily.
understand
Sometimes
you
I'll
want to get
set
the
it
flavors
overnight.
married and whatnot, you know.
I thought about if I just want to do like a one-man chili, can I do that in the rice cooker? You guys wouldn't know. You don't have rice cookers.
I do.
Oh, do you? Oh, you would know. You would know.
I don't think you can.
No?
I don't know why I don't think you can, but I don't think you can.
No.
It's not exactly going to give you the... Okay, a crock pot, you can keep going at low temperatures for a long time. I don't think you can do that with a rice cooker. You get low temperatures for a short time, but then you have to just keep hitting it over and over and over again.
Well,
You're
no,
better
mine
off just
has
using a pot.
agreed, yeah. And I got a big old pot as well, which I use for chilies and bolognese and curries, indeed, you know. Big Silver Bastard, it's called, because it's fucking huge. It's one of my favorite purchases for my kitchen
I think every person who cooks has one of those. That's just a big pot.
Man, I love that thing. So it's up there with the air fryer. Top 3 kitchen purchases right there. Fantastic. And I love my air fryer, Sin. So, you know, that's a big thing that I just said there.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. How are you, Polly?
Terrible. Sick.
Ah.
Feeling the pain. And the dizziness and the wooziness. And I'm here to share it with everyone.
Can you feel the pain tonight? But you're feeling the love.
I am. I always feel the love, and I'm appreciative.
Good. I can wipe my screen now then.
Huh.
Gross. Gross.
That's pretty good, though.
So, Sin.
Yo.
How are things? How go the tool replenishment? I was curious.
It's one of those things as it stands right now, because I'm working on a project, and I will, when it's all done, I'll share it with everybody. But it's a big project, and the tools got stolen, as if there's an opportune time for them to be stolen at the worst time. But it's one of those things where it's like, fuck, I got to go to the store. I'm missing this thing. Like I had that the other day. I had to go like 3 times in one day because it's just stuff you don't even think about. But other than that, it's going.
I made a purchase today.
What was that?
Well, you know what it is.
Oh, I do. Yes.
I know.
Yeah. I got me a sword full of cognac.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I mean, I say it's not for me, it's for Steve Prawn. But I noticed the shop by me was selling one, so I took a photo of it on Monday and sent it to Sinatra. He's like, oh my God! And then I showed it to Steve Prawn, you know, my friend of the Asian persuasion, and he went, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. You went, get it for me. Oh, you get it. He went, I'll give you the money. Get it for me, I'll give you the money. I went, no, you give me the money, then I fucking get it for you, dickhead. So I picked it up for him today. It's sat right next to me. It's heavy, Polly. It's a heavy boy.
Is it glass?
Yeah, it is not. It looks like the whole thing. It feels like some kind of pewter-esque. It's definitely metal. But it doesn't.
Really?
It doesn't seem as though it comes out of the sheath. But that's the one he wanted. I mean, I would have gone for the other one that does come out of the sheath. But you know, hey, Chinese wants as Chinese does.
Indeed.
That's the saying.
And they like their cognac.
Well, you'd think, wouldn't you? But he said,
alcohol, liquor, booze.
perfect.
Yeah, right. Yeah, bet you that guy had the whole sheath. Fucking hell.
Always use a sheath.
Yeah. Nazi, thank you for the $2. Do your part for democracy and be sure to share around cups of liberty. Liber-T.
Hell, that's a hell diver right there, man. I recognize you, dude. I recognize you.
I am very much enjoying that game.
We've had some moments, haven't we? We've all been killed by Bryce.
Multiple times.
Yeah, we were on the automatons last night. That was a...
And Chaos got to hug me, finally.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I laughed so fucking hard. You see, Polly, you can you have these emotes. It's maximum 4 people co-op on this game, right? But you can, you can salute each other. You can shake hands. Hell, you can play rock, paper, scissors. But our favorite is we hug. So you first come onto the server, Chaos Cakes is there, Bryce is there, you go, hello, Cakes, and you put out your arms and he gives you a hug. Hello, Bryce, give him a hug. Oh, Sinatra's there, give him a hug as well. And then as we go, right, that's me for the night then, guys. And Sinatra goes, Drunkle, bring it in. Okay, we have a hug. Bryce, bring it in. Okay, there you go. And he goes up to Chaos Cakes and just shuts the game down. Sinatra just disappears. I am weeing myself with laughter.
And Cakes is sitting there with the arms open, ready to give the hug, and I just exit the game.
Nice. That's not exactly a group hug. Somebody just walks off on it.
That's so good. So good. Darren Root says, do you drink from a sword or is it a sword-shaped bottle? It seems to be a sword-shaped bottle. And by the look of it, the cork is at the bottom of what would be the blade. No sheath, which is disappointing. But hey, I want my money.
It's, you would think it'd be at the hilt.
You
would, wouldn't you?
That's
you would,
exactly
yeah.
what I would have thought, yeah.
I think the hilt is... Well, I don't know, actually. I don't know if there's anything actually in the hilt. But the bottle itself is quite intricately patterned, which is quite nice. And it's heavy. It's heavy. £45 worth of fuckery, that. Armenian brandy.
Armenian?
Armenian.
So when you said cognac, you didn't mean cognac at all. You meant, like, brandy from a very sketchy, questionable area of the world to be making brandy.
I mean...
Yeah.
Is cognac got to be from the cognac region?
Yeah, hence the name.
Or is this just Armenian brandy? Okay, right. I didn't know if it's like that with everything. Like there's a beer region in Germany.
I mean, I love champagne from New Jersey. Love it.
Well, champagne, I understand. Yeah, or otherwise it's sparkling wine. But why aren't they like that with everything else? Frankfurt.
It is. Bourbon.
Otherwise,
it is. Yeah.
If they don't come from Frankfurt, it's just a hot dog.
Well,
it's just a wiener.
Well, despite what you may have made us think, cheeseburgers come from places other than Germany.
I mean, cheddar should... there is a place called Cheddar. It's not famous for the cheese. It's famous for caves. But
I've told you my story of having cheddar from cheddar, right?
Oh, I like your cologne. Actually, it's just a scent.
Yeah, but that's a coincidence of name. Cheddar. I have had cheddar from cheddar, and
It's
it was
not
awful.
Coincidence. It's just a happenstance, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to happen in the coincidence region.
Well, it's true. Well, I mean, what it comes down to, whether the name is there or not. Like, let's say there's a place named Tequila, or there isn't. There really is, regulation for tequila. And bourbon doesn't have to be from Bourbon County, Kentucky, but there are regulations for where it does have to be from, and so on.
And also the grain to corn ratio is different in bourbon than other whiskeys.
Damn right. And how long it ages for, and what kind of barrels you can age it in, and the list goes on. Most heavily regulated whiskey on earth, bourbon. That's why so much of it tastes very, very similar. But that's why it's high quality. You can't use teak or I don't know.
Pine.
Pine.
Can't use any of that.
Yeah, to age. You can with Scotch, though. Feel free. I mean, they don't use teak, thank God. They only use woods that are actually good for aging whiskey, but, there you go. Everyone loves technical whiskey shit. Everyone.
I've been enjoying since my hetero life mate date the other day. Japanese whiskey. We went to a Japanese place.
Yeah.
Some good shit.
Fuck
We
outside
were,
and shit. Well past. what
I don't
people
remember if I
think.
told this story or not, but we were sitting there and, we got dinner. It was you could either get 3 meats, 3 veg for one person or 6 meats, 6 veg to share. So we got the 6 and 6.
12 meats.
No, it was 6 meats.
I want 12. Yes. Substitute the meats.
Cat is liquid. Cat is music.
It is. Grab that real quick.
Zero, thank you for the $5. Whoa, Liquid Cats is upon thee. Ahoy, Polly. Glad to see you're doing better. Well, let's not rush to judgment. I was at the buffet the other day. I could tell this fat man was really stressed. I saw he had a lot on his plate.
Nice.
And not C through $2, saying that stratagem was targeted at the Hulk's current position. Where's the Hulk Mansley, dude? That has been in the fucking the late. You target the position of a bug or someone, and then the bug moves, and the beam of light follows them along, but it doesn't hit them. Especially like in the higher levels when it takes like a fucking hour and a half for your orbital strike to come down. The game's got issues, but it's still fun.
It is
Thank you very much,
fun.
Nazi.
Your orbital strike. So it's like Exterminatus orbital strike?
It's getting there. It's getting there, yeah. You got it all going on, mate. You got your napalms, your orbitals, your strafing runs, It's good shit. Lots of explosions.
No shit.
Ice.
But we're eating this food, and it is some of the
sorry.
best food I have ever eaten. Dude, it was amazing. Like the 6 meats was like tuna, salmon, pork belly, prime rib, just the most delicious shit. And he's like, they have seltzer here if you want to drink, and then we each got a pour of some good whiskey, and we're drinking, talking, and I'm drinking seltzer after seltzer after seltzer, and it was just like cherry blossom flavor and vanilla something flavor. So I'm just drinking, like, dude, this whiskey pour's got me a little bit more tipsy than I should be. He's like, that's your 4th seltzer, and they're 13%. I was like, oh. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. New $10
Six meats,
donation.
though.
I'm pretty happy with. Let's start that over again. New $10 donation that I'm pretty happy with. That's down there if anyone is so inclined and interested.
Ooh.
Woohoo. I'm sorry. You were saying
What
something.
about chewed on pork?
What about pork?
Chewed on pork is an interesting combination, Sid.
It wasn't tuna, but it was like 4 pieces of tuna skewered on a stick, and then a piece of pork belly skewered on a stick. It was each individual things.
Chewed
Man,
on
pork
pork.
belly is worth getting out of bed for. Pork belly's the shit.
It was very good.
Yeah, boy.
They had these not arugula.
Garden weeds.
Shit, I forgot what they were called. It wasn't arugula. It was something with an A. Some green with an A.
Asparagus.
No.
Vegetables that begin with A, chat. Come on. Acorns.
Fuck. No, that's not a vegetable.
What's arugula?
It's a garden weed, man.
And it's a leaf.
Yeah, look it up. It's nothing you want to eat.
Arugula. Oh, rocket. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just lettuce, mate.
It wasn't avocado. It was a green, almost like a green bean. It was shaped like a green bean. Hammond Bean said eggplant.
You can have an African eggplant. Of course, it's got to come from Africa.
Artichoke? That's not a bad guess.
No,
Alfalfa sprout.
wasn't artichoke.
Acorn squash. Azuki bean. That sounds Japanesey. Not
Wasn't
Azuki bean?
asparagus. No, it doesn't matter. But it was
Anori.
this. It
Arami.
was
Aracha.
It wasn't edamame.
Arakacha.
It was a pickled thing fried with crushed up garlic on it, dude.
Oh, yes.
My mouth is watering right now talking about it. And they had these fried Brussels sprouts.
I mean, you had me at garlic. And here's the thing about Brussels sprouts, right? Now, I've said this for a while, now I don't mean to circle back to the air fryer, but it's the new ancient Rome. I always hated sprouts. Always hated them. But it turns out that's because they were always just boiled sprouts. They're squishy. They're shit.
Yeah.
But if you get sprouts, right, you chop those fuckers in half, bit of oil, bit of salt, bit of pepper, bit of garlic, and whack them in the air fryer, you ain't going to want to eat anything else for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Fried sprouts. Oh, where is that?
I would argue that everything he said, whack them in half, nothing more is needed. Just halves. You know what I mean? And then, like you said, butter them, salt them. Garlic is a nice touch. So if you do the butter garlic, whatever, and then grill them.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Because you get
I've
that
got
little
with
bit
everything.
of burn on there
Grilled
from the
sprouts.
grill.
You get the lines. Yeah, those are flavor lines.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That slight touch of burn there just has this little something, little caramelization, if you will. Yeah, that's good eating.
Mm-hmm. That is good eating. Unfortunately, it's not sprout season anymore, so fuck it up.
It's always
Me mum
sprout
grew some
season. We
sprouts.
live in a globalized world, and well, mostly it's a nightmare. At least you can get out of season vegetables.
No, but they've got to come from the Brussels region.
The Brussels region of Brussels?
Of Brussels, yeah. It's just farmland, really.
Brussels is farmland.
Brussels is
Are
farmland.
we talking about the same place? I don't think we are.
Brussels, Europe.
That's the one.
Yeah. It's the farm of the Western Hemisphere.
Right. It's the salad bowl to the EU. Yes.
It's just all fields. It's just all fields.
Right.
You got one building, a little shed where they all have wanky little meetings. And the rest is just crops.
I'm sorry, I just saw Biden and started giggling. That's probably not a good thing. When you see the president of the United States, you just go like, he's still alive, sort of. I heard
That's either laugh or cry, isn't it?
I heard somebody say Krampus where this is not supposed to happen, and it did anyway. It's like, oh God, well, I don't even want to vote this year. So why not? Because it's corrupt man versus dead man. Who am I supposed to vote for?
You can always go independent. A lot of people are trying to pressure you into voting for one of the two parties. They'll say that you're wasting your vote. But hey, look, that's your vote. You do what the fuck you want with it, man.
You're not one of those people who's suggesting to, trash your ballot, are you?
They can if they want. That's their vote. That's their democratic right to do so.
All right, now just wait for my fucking time.
E to the dubs.
It's me.
Pull it up.
Bitch, let me have it. I'm that savage. Why do you keep screaming, bro? Baby, that's a habit.
Yeah. That's how it would be. Estonia, you magnificent bastard, you. How you doing? And thank you very much for the $25. Rocketing back to well south of 6%. Post Madonna news. Here, Polly. How about a double upgrade? Love ya. Probably less than the square root of 6 on the percent homo by now. And it's true. It's true. That owed Festonia a holdover from last time. And, I haven't forgotten. I remember those kind of things. Forget my own name on occasion, but I don't forget that. So, yeah, here. Let me upgrade Sinatra over here. Let's do a double Sinatra and make him Kaiju Ball. You want to be Kaiju Ball?
Nice.
Yes, he does. Yes.
Or should we spread it out and make Drunkle, yeah, let's do that. Let's spread it out a little. Hold on. Finding my things. Talk amongst
Spread it
yourselves.
on. The thing about the whole voting independent thing, people saying you're wasting your vote, though, is, it is to pressure you into voting for one of the two main parties. But the thing is, if my comeback to that is, for one, I go like, I'm not voting for either of them. And they go, well, you're just undemocratic. I go, no, I'm fucking British, you dickhead. But then also, I go, well, do you know what? It's because you're too much of a pussy to not vote fucking independent then, isn't it? Because if enough people did, then it would actually do something.
There we go.
It's because you are voting for one of the big two. You bastard. And then they go, oh, well, you're British. What do you know about American politics? And then they block me, which is because I know too much about American politics.
Yeah, I feel,
There's someone
I feel
who
the
lives
same way about
on
Australian
Upland.
politics. Why do I know so much
Yeah.
about Australian politics? It's like, well, you didn't do poli-sci, and I'm like, I know. Hazard of the job. It's true.
It was just called Psy before you started, though, wasn't it?
Ha.
Hey. I'm glad they spell it differently, so at least there's some kind of like distinction there. Nazi, thank you for the $1. Also, Polly. Nazi, how's it going? And that $10 is still down there for anybody who feels so inclined. Boom. How do you guys feel about a little bit of schnooze?
I love
Yeah.
that idea.
Yeah?
Is it from the news region?
Yeah, no. They've borrowed heavily and paid off the people
alright.
who run the regulatory committees, so, you know.
See, what you've got then is just current events.
Yeah. Yeah, anyone can
Right.
do
That's
current
fine.
events, but only the newsies can do news. Am I right?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, let me share the screen with y'all's, just so you can see and be up to date on what's going on. Do screen, boom, and boom, there we go. All right, ready to go, just like that. Boom. One of these days, I'm going to be able to get my screen capture centered. There it is. Man arrested for setting fire to a Monaco home. Police say. Now, what's so interesting? about
Good.
him- What?
As he should be. Yeah, fine. Brilliant.
Well, yeah, he was arrested. Would you like to know why?
Because he set fire to the Monaco home.
Yeah, but lots of people do. Not everyone gets arrested for it. Usually
Really?
arsonists get away and they have to hunt them down.
This place is getting set on fire a lot.
Well,
Okay, so, well, they destroy the evidence, I suppose, don't they?
well, you know, he got caught because his getaway driver just sort of drove away. And he got away, but he neglected to wait for the guy that he was supposed to pick up and drive away.
Ah, right. So, yeah, right. Okay. So, not so much a getaway driver as much as it was a drive-away driver, then.
That's right.
Was he a fucking Uber driver?
Well, the hilarity of it is like, how did he get busted at all? Because he was acting suspicious at the scene, not the scene of the fire, but on the block, running from house to house and car to car. Someone called the cops on him prowling vehicles because he was wondering where the fuck his getaway driver was. So he's running up the car, knocking on the window, goes, "Is that you in there?" "No shit." And then running up to the next window. So people thought he was just trying the door locks to see if they were open and called the cops. And it just
I
so
wonder what
happened
would
that-
give them that idea.
Oh, what else do you do at that point, though? Do you know, you can't call an Uber. It'll be there in 15 minutes. I need you now.
now, man,
Where
I'm willing to
are
pay
you?
premium. I did.
By the blazing inferno. You'll see it.
Yes. And the driver didn't get away.
Follow the
but-
fire trucks.
The driver did get away, but he also was eventually arrested. Now, they didn't say it's because the arsonist ratted him out, but I think we're safe to assume that's why. I mean, wow.
This motherfucker left me high and dry.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Well, as the driver, you could just go, like, oh, my friend asked me to drop him off. He just had to pick up something, wait for me there. Then I saw he set fire to a house, so I got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, that would
Boom,
be my
you're no
defense
longer an
claim.
accessory.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Don't talk to the
I didn't know what
police.
this
It just-
psychopath was up to.
Yeah. He said, you didn't think that there was something odd that he had 2 giant 5-gallon cans of gas with him? I didn't know what was in the cans.
He didn't say what he was dropping off.
I thought it was potable water.
Yeah, I thought it was juice. I didn't know what he was up to.
Oh, it's
Why does a
Gatorade.
grown man need that much apple juice? It was weird.
High school football team's got a big game tomorrow. I thought he was just dropping off the blue juice.
I didn't know what he wanted, but, you know, hey, I'm not one to ask questions. Somebody says, you know, friend drop him off, so I dropped him off. And all of a sudden, he's wondering why I'm not driving him away from an act of arson? Because I had no idea. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's too much. He said he was apprehended after being left behind by a getaway driver. Yeah. And they got the getaway driver,
think-
too.
At this point, it's just a driver, though, isn't it? Like, he didn't, because there was no getaway involved. It's literally just a driver.
Yeah, if you're getting away with just you, no, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
You think, like, actually, the paper could be liable here legally by referring to him as a getaway driver, because if he is found not to be connected to the crime, if it was a case of like, then he set fire to the place, I just got the fuck on, then they've just suggested that he is a part of it without actually having prior evidence to do so.
That's, you know what, that's a very good example, though, of why newspapers say, police say. And it starts
Allegedly.
with, it says, police said the man was apprehended by his getaway driver. That's what we were told. We were just reporting as
yeah,
alleged. Yeah.
It does say police set. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, it's their
Allegedly.
little CYA game that they play, bastards. Bell no. Taco Bell forced to go drive-through only and close all dine-in services at locations in major U.S. city, which goes unnamed.
I'll
I
just
love that. As
delete
crime
this for
explodes.
Friday.
What's that?
I'll
Yes,
delete
the
this for
city.
Friday. This is a damn good article.
It is. I think we focused in on it for the same fucking reason. It's like, why aren't you just saying it depends on the news source that you go to? But yeah, they kind of come out and say it. Oakland, California, shocking no one. Way too much crime. Many establishments in Oakland.
California. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
California. Yeah, it sounds about right. I'm just amazed that you got the Sun, the US Sun.
I did.
That's incredible.
Why?
Share my pain.
Oh. Yeah, misery loves company. I mean, look at this tiny little, like, isn't it an adorable little Taco Bell? Look at it.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
You
at the
can just
wheelchair
put it in
bound
your
meth heads out
pocket.
front. It just adds flavor. California flavor.
You could just put it in your pocket,
Good.
couldn't you? I'm sure someone's tried as well. If they're in California, steal a whole Taco Bell.
I mean, who the fuck sticks up a Taco Bell? Who the fuck starts a fist fight in a Taco Bell? Same people who start fist fights in Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck
Read
E.
nothing
Cheese.
into it. Yeah, right? Up top sin. Yeah, that's right. All places. I mean, reconstituted meat and fake cheeseoid-like substance. What more could you ask for?
I'm pretty hungry right now. That would hit the spot, I think.
I just wish people would get off the idea that Taco Bell's supposed to be food. It's junk food. It's like talking about potato chips not being particularly healthy or nutritious. They weren't supposed to be. What's wrong with you?
It's fast food,
True.
isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
it's, you know. I mean, we're thinking fast food used to be fast. Now it takes fucking ages. But then you can't just call it food. But it's like McDonald's wanted to be referred to as restaurants. I'm not having that either.
No, not allowed.
It's a burger store.
And burger, put in quotes.
If Festonia's not wrong, a pizza delivery charges for mileage to an Oakland address and must be insane and prepaid. They won't go there unless you pay in advance. They're expecting Uber drivers that have been driving around and they have like 5 sets of Uber Eats stuff within it, which means we've got your money. And they're hoping to jack them. And it's like, yeah, but you're looking to jack somebody up for, man, like $50 in Oakland?
Well, 50
Why
bucks
not?
per order?
You want that Baja Blast, mate?
Yeah, but a lot of them, excuse me, as you know, have paid through cards and shit. So how much actual cold cash do they have? Maybe $50.
Probably none.
Yeah, but yeah, it's possible even nothing. So they're jacking it just on the off chance that you got something, knowing that one, even if they get busted, they're not going to get charged. So why the fuck not? They're sitting around. They've dropped a couple of pills. You know, they've hit some malt
Just
liquor
waiting to
and
jack
fuck
it.
it. Crazy.
They're just sitting there waiting to jack it. It's insane.
I see what you're doing there.
I did
4 out of 5. Many establishments in Oakland, California are responding to crime in this area by taking defensive action. For Taco Bell, this means a handful of changes blanketed and applied to locations in the city, revealed by the Daily Mail. Stores will be closing the inside dining, which is a fairly illustrious term for what you get to do at Taco Bell, indefinitely. Wow. So they're just, I guess this is the right size of restaurant, actually, right there, for a drive-through only restaurant, isn't it? It's
Probably a little too big.
Yeah, it just needs to be one of them old school
you have,
1980s or 1990s photo marts, you know, the little kiosk in the center of the parking lot where you just drop off your film to be developed.
Do you have
Yeah.
Checkers or Rallies or either one of those around you?
Rallies.
Yeah, those are drive-through only, and those are tiny.
Damn right. It's like one of those food trucks without the engine or wheels.
Yeah.
You've just described a building. But
Yes.
But I mean the same size. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's just big enough.
yeah, it'd be like a ghost kitchen.
Add a freezer and you're about set.
I mean, you could run it out of a fucking one of them big storage containers, really.
Oh, that's probably too much.
Double Fruit Zero. Thank you for the
Run
$5.
two kitchens.
Some politicians wanted Taco Bell to accept food stamps years ago.
I remember that.
I don't. That's great. Thank you for that. wonderful piece of
Yeah,
news, Devil Fruit Cereal. I appreciate it.
It's an argument I see floating around every once in a while that fast food places should accept food stamps.
I kind of get the
But then that
idea
would-
because you're going places with super value menus, and one of the few places left that have one that's worth the name would be Taco Bell. And on occasion, Wendy's if you're going to splurge. No? Okay. Maybe that's just me.
Sorry, I was big yawning.
No worries. The sweeping change has already come into effect in 4 of the 5 locations in the area. That'd be the area of Oakland. Dining room closed. Signs perched in their words. Signs perched in their.
They tape it perched, comma, in their words.
No, perch still doesn't work there. Who wrote this? An Englishman? Is that like an English way of talking? A sign is perched in the window?
They probably just set them in, like they just taped them to the door.
Yeah. I would just affixed. That's as fancy as you need to get there. The 5th location, with retain interior dining for now, as it is also a KFC and run by a
Oh,
different
I'm sorry. Can you read
franchisor.
that last sentence?
The 5th location with retain interior dining for now. Right there.
Who needs editors?
Not when AI is writing your stories. You know, they can replace themselves with AI. You know who can't? Us.
Yeah,
That's right. Seriously.
that is a
Like-
good point, Polydub. Thank you for bringing it up.
We've been programmed for banter.
Thank you, Fostonia, for Streamlabs. Will upgrade Drunkle.
Now it's just a drive-by restaurant. I see what you did there, just another guy. That's good.
That's pretty good.
But I love the idea that you can stave off the beefs just by not being available as a location where people that want to shoot at each other or decide to jack a cash register for the possible $100 it has inside because just the crime of opportunity doesn't present itself, and that's what they all are. Closing
this
talk.
brings up the argument of food deserts and bank deserts.
Yeah, you know what? 100% agreed. Good point. It's a point that conservatives who adhere to the pull yourself up by your own bootstraps argument tend to make, and thus it gets dismissed. But it is a valid point whether you want to agree with who it's coming from or not. This is how you gut a city. This is how you open it up to so-called gentrification. Okay? The property value is so lowered rather, because you can't have a bank there because everybody's asking for home loans that they can't afford and don't qualify for. And then the occasional bank robbery, any kind of business is just befouled by nonstop crime. I mean, no one will go there simply because fights are beefing out. Not just that the money's being taken from the place, but just it's unsafe to go. So why go there? You know who hangs out there, man? It's just not safe. So parents won't let their kids go there, etc. Yeah. A haunting kind of day. Zio Shone, thanks for the $5 and the Liquid Kitty. Good, excuse me. Sorry about that. Good evening, gentlemen. Just to have that put out there and give a little of my favorite Otter, that our wedding Saturday went wonderfully. And she was the most beautiful bride. Love all 3 of you. Fucking mazel tov and congratulations to you, man. That's awesome. to hear.
Nicely
I was
done.
that. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And that was on Friday as well. He said, have a shot for me to toast my wedding tomorrow. And that is exactly what I did, mate. I went to the pub, I had a shot of Sambuca, and I toasted you and your wedding the next day. So that's the reason your bride looked fucking beautiful, mate, is because I did that. Otherwise, she would have been fuck ugly.
Jesus
So you
Christ.
Yeah, I'm not willing to go that far, man. Not at all.
It was
bro.
for luck, man. I'm glad to hear it went swimmingly, my dude.
Yeah, there was every sign it was going to. You hear how happy he was going into that, and excited coming out of it. I mean, what could you ask for? More than that.
Good start to a marriage, Polly. Good start.
Absolutely, man. It's fantastic to hear. It's like it's nice when you've been on long. Blah. It's nice when you've been online for long enough. The people that you know and whatnot keep talking about their marriages and whatnot. Far and Platt, he had a fantastic marriage, except for the nutcrackers that still haunt Far. But you know, other than that,
It's understandable.
yeah. There were like, okay, so Platy's mom. I'm not sharing untoward information. People have heard this story, especially on Noir Bar. So they got married in Platy's house, like the initial ceremony. They're going to have a larger, more illustrious one later when friends of the family and so on, myself, Sam, everyone else is invited. You get that idea. But while they were together, because they live in, America and Australia, decided to do it while they were together. And I'm like, that's actually nice. Rush to romance. Why not? They wanted to do it. So they did. Now, this was during Christmas time. Far's mom collects giant nutcrackers. Far has this, this is unknown, apparently
lesbians, man.
outside of America. Australians have no notion of the nutcracker being a Christmas thing. So there's
really?
Yeah, at least not like collectible ones or that traditionally come out all the time. Like they know that the nutcracker's sweet and so forth, but that's it. There's So anyway, there's these big ones that are like around the fireplace. They're almost the size of Far. Now they're not that big, but then neither is Far. And so I'm starting to think that she was thinking that her head was big enough to fit in one of those nutcrackers. So she found them rather creepy. It's just, I felt bad for her, but at the same time, it's still pretty funny. It's awesome to see so many weddings go off. Zio Showdown. Congratulations, man. All the best.
Yeah, man. Awesome news.
So it goes through this. It's like, okay, after perceiving a recent spike, notice how the story makes it sound like it's the city council overreacting, or it's this particular company, which is Diversified Restaurant Group, DRG, that is overreacting.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. The meeting has been planned to take place between police and increased patrols in the areas because they want them to open back up, because they know that this story going ahead makes it look like Oakland is awash in crime. Yeah. Taco Bell locations in the area, blah, blah, blah. Taco Bell's been a popular target for crimes in the area, with 3 Taco Bells facing crimes as they combined 6 times in the past year. On one occasion, 2 perpetrators broke into establishment after hours, stealing items from the kitchen. That's it. In another incident, 2 people stole the register keys and made off with a whopping $125.
Big money right there.
Right? It's like they just don't care.
See, I get excited if there's a $125 donation. That's
right.
good.
Right. Absolutely.
But if I have to rob a Taco Bell, not good.
But it tells you a lot about Newsom's California, where it's like, we're not going to prosecute crimes underneath a certain amount. They know they're not facing any. It's like criminals are not emboldened by, this is about the those on the margins of society. Bullshit. Like, they are being encouraged when they're willing to risk armed robbery for $125. That won't even pay the first 20 minutes of talking to your lawyer. What the fuck?
Why'd you rob it on a Monday, bro? You never heard of Taco Tuesday? For fuck's sake.
Most recently, on February 21st, 2 individuals used a truck and cable to steal a safe for $20,000 inside. And then a customer, Isaiah Huggins, was heard to say, there should always be an opportunity to sit down inside, relax, and enjoy your meal.
Yeah, there should be, but some other people have ruined it, Isaiah.
It's not good. Yeah, you need to go talk to the people, your community leaders, whoever they might be, and wonder why the youths of your community are deciding to destroy such a simple place to be. I mean, my God. Moving on. Massive explosion in Pittsburgh area. Home kills 2 men and a woman. Kills one man, one woman.
That again?
Yeah. Kills man and woman.
Just went down at least.
Yeah.
Right.
Cause under investigation. Look at that. Okay, this is the 3rd home explosion in less than a week. What's going on in Pennsylvania?
Chilling, killing.
It's places way out. Like, are these meth homes and they just don't want to talk about the meth lab explosion in rural Pennsylvania? Is that what's happening? Just saying. They're always outside of a major city center, but definitely in the rural area, but just 3. Sid, what do you think?
You call him meth?
Well, I'm
yes. Meth is likely.
I'm not saying meth lab necessarily, like, the various industrial chemicals they use went off.
Not saying meth lab.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, hey, you know what? The heat's getting a little too close. It's just, let's set it up, light it up, and grab what's valuable, then get the fuck out of town and set up elsewhere. They're using it as a stash spot. They're using it as a way station transfer point for whatever it is they're doing. But yeah. I think the very fact that, because let's face it, news entertainers do not go investigate the news. They don't gumshoe around town to find out what's going on. They wait for the police to tell them what's happening. And the police ain't telling them. They're just talking about the explosion and that's it. None of these stories. Oh, it's suspected that. The police are investigating that. And I read about all 3 stories and all 3 of them are the same. Nothing's said about the potential causes or connections or anything like that, when every other story will postulate endlessly on them.
Well, Big Dro says, I live close to there. They think the gas was on and nobody noticed.
You'd think
Which,
you would
I mean,
notice.
The
It does.
pilot
They put the smell in.
the
didn't they?
pilot light blew out. That would be my answer every time. The pilot light blew out. So thus the place filled with gas. Someone went in and lit their pipe and boom.
But that gas stinks. They make it stink. So you can go,
you can smell
there's
it.
gas.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't seem likely.
Otherwise,
does it?
it's odorless, isn't it? But it turns out that was a big fucking safety issue as well. So when you go in and you go, this place is filled with gas. How do you know? Because I can fucking smell it, dickhead.
Yeah.
Why don't we sit down, deliberate this, and with a cigarette?
Ash oil labs
But,
blow
I mean,
up all the time. Yeah, they do. And idiots trying to make shatter also blow themselves up and their surroundings very often too. Let's not forget about that.
Like peanut butter brittle.
No, it's when you. So you know when when you're making hash of a certain kind where you pressurize the. So you make oil off of buds,
You make all. Right.
right, and then instead of just taking a solvent like isopropyl alcohol at 99%, any kind of solvent that would work, that's going to evaporate completely. And once it soaks through and evaporates, you get very high grade oil, especially when you run it through various filters. If you take that oil and then run it through extremely high pressure, what comes out of the end is referred to as shatter, because once it squeezes out of the end under extreme high pressure, it forms like a sheet, like caramel coming out of a pot. And so it breaks up into nice, shards of. So now the problem is the high pressure. If you don't know what you're doing and you're really looking forward to making some high concentrate shatter, you're gonna blow yourself the fuck up if you don't have a really good idea what you're doing. Not that I would know.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it's worth looking up. Look up shatter on YouTube. Well, no, wait, YouTube yeeted all that shit, didn't they?
Gonna give that a go.
Dude, I saw a thing the other day that it was an old YouTube video and it said how was this allowed or something like that, and it was called like the crackhead throwing competition.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Were the crackheads throwing or being thrown?
Is it as good as
Crackheads
it
being
sounds?
thrown.
Yes, brilliant.
Nice. Well, they get down there in body weight, so they're a little easier to lift. I understand.
I'd do anything for $20.
I'll have it for Friday. I'll have to shut it off to the output, but it's good.
Excellent. So,
Sorry, I was just reading chat there. I thought you guys were going to keep going. Moving along. I just saw Joe Biden there, and I'm like, look, he looks like he thinks he's people. It's actually unrelated to the story. You know how modern news entertainment is. We'll just ram in 5 other stories here, and if you click on this one story, it means you clicked on them all, and we got a higher viewer count, and we can bilk our advertisers of lots and lots of money. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Indigenous people rejoice after city of Berkeley votes to return sacred native land. Now, this is just wonderful. Okay, these native people and others, who are the others? A bunch of white women, housewives, nothing better to do? Yeah.
Nicole Kidman movie, wasn't it?
Others?
Hmm.
I don't... Is that true?
I think it was. I think it was called Others.
Yeah,
it was called The Others. Yeah.
She was dead the whole time.
Ah, spoil! I never saw it, man. What the fuck?
It's. I'm saving you time.
Yeah, I won't watch it now. Release date 2001.
Yeah, I saw that movie. It sucks.
2nd of November. That's actually when I started my my YouTube channel. Take that, Nicole Kidman.
Sucked ass.
YouTube is now forcing
my
a
channel or the
second
film?
ad after clicking skip on the first.
Yeah, they're in it to win it.
Holy shit. Yeah, I'm still getting throttled right up the ass. Probably a bad way to phrase it, but whatever. I'm getting throttled hardcore for running an ad block and no script. And I refuse to back off. Fuck you. Fuck you.
The that I'm using still works beautifully against YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not having any issues.
That is plus.
Same here.
If anyone wants to know, that is plus.
I've run
There's an
through
extension on Chrome.
plus and the Origin.
Yeah. I think they got hold of Origin though, so I had to switch over.
Yeah.
The old switchola.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the pain that I've been suffering through with YouTube lately, man. I complained about it over on the Bars of Noir, and it... here, let me show you. It's really annoying.
The Bars of Noir. I like that. That's easier to say.
Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Come on, stop it. Stop it.
People around him.
Stop it. Okay, there we go. Now here, let me show you something. Video capture. Look at the way that my fucking page is organized now on YouTube. See this? Look at this.
Yeah, it's dirty, man.
Isn't that disgusting?
It is.
So I got the video description off over
It
here.
just looks incredibly cluttered and untidy.
Thank you. Thank you. So the video description is now off to the right, as are the channel contents, Megan Kelly's channel here, for example, right? And then all the comments run down the right side of the screen, and then quadruple size thumbnails all the way down, page after page after page of it. And I'm so annoyed.
It stresses me out. It gives me anxiety.
Okay, have you got this display too?
I don't think so.
People have told me that, yeah, you're the one suffering with this. It's you really should make some changes. Gilcado sent me some script changes that will effectuate this, and I haven't gotten around to it because Ham and Beans, mine doesn't look like that. Neither did mine for a while. I know 2 other people that have got it. I feel like I'm one of the guinea pigs for this. Like the last time Discord made some changes, and all of a sudden my Discord went all fucking haywire, and I had to go through the settings and opt out of this new guinea pig testing program. I haven't figured out how to do it for here, but I haven't implemented Gilcado's fix yet. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it can be fixed, because this is shit. It makes me not want to use YouTube. Not only that,
I don't think they care as long as you're not paying them. If you're not going to pay them anything, they don't give a shit.
It's true.
I believe heartily that if I were to get YouTube Premium, it wouldn't change this. Heartily believe it. The thing that's annoying too is that the algorithm for the videos. I mean, look at the videos that are coming up because it's Megan Kelly. It's all crap that I don't want to watch. It's Lex Friedman nonstop. Fuck Lex Friedman. Diary of a CEO, Ben Shapiro, Fox News, and nothing but all the way down. You gotta fuck you guys, man. This is garbage. What about all my channel recommends? I'm not going to find anything by random the way that I used to. It's getting worse and worse, corralled into a thought bubble of stupidity. Fuck. Fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my complaint.
Listen to the man, YouTube. Listen to him.
Anyway, that's my complaint for the day. Oops. There we go.
I'm here for it.
Now, speaking of this, okay, the 2.2 acre parking lot is the only underdeveloped portion of the Shell Mound in West Berkeley, where ancestors of today's Athlone people established the...
Jesus Christ.
Wow, that is something.
Where were they on Monday?
Yo, okay.
Got about 3 lines on the bingo card, man. Fuck.
Yeah, that should really fold over into another
I heard
day.
that in
So did I.
England.
Yeah, I felt the rumble before I actually heard the sound. I was like, what is that? Then the audio.
Sinatra's stomach for a minute, but then...
I am about that hungry, though, to be honest.
Polly, I love that this is a parking lot.
You like that little combination there?
I love it.
Yeah, Sinatra's enemies doing donuts in the fucking parking lot. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Where ancestors of today's Alholone people have established the first human settlement on the shores of the San Francisco Bay more than 5,700 years ago. Berkeley City, get this, Berkeley's City Council voted unanimously today to adopt an ordinance giving the title of the land to the Saroga Tea Land Trust, a San Francisco Bay collective led by women that works to return land to indigenous people. Let me see if I get this straight. It wasn't.
Yeah, you lost me a little bit.
It wasn't the tribal council that was asking for it. It doesn't even go to the tribal council. Is there even a tribal council for the remnants of the Al Halone people? Do they even exist anymore? They don't say. All they do say is it's going to a land trust, a corporate legal entity, right? And who is the one who's pushing this to happen then? A collective led by women that work to return land to indigenous people.
I mean, you lost me at women that work.
The collective raised most of the money needed to reach an agreement with the developers who own the land. You're a legal entity that's run as an incorporated business in California. You bring in funding from investors to buy land that you're claiming has indigenous roots, and then through white guilt pressuring them to give it to you. And then they unanimously agree to do so if they want to continue their political viability. Can we say shakedown scam? Let's all say it together. Shakedown scam.
This is pretty obvious.
Yeah, and it really is all right there in that one paragraph. Because all that's coming next is, okay, well, let's hear some more details. The site will be the home to education, prayer, and preservation, and will outlast every one of us today to continue telling the story of the Al Halone people, said the mayor. Oh my God. Do those people even still exist? Do their descendants still exist? You're not saying. I don't think they do. And even if they do, they're not the ones asking, right? Probably not. But even if they do, they're not the ones asking for the money, and they're not the ones who are in possession of the land. This trust established by women who fight for the return of indigenous lands with huge funding, and they're not saying where their funding is coming from, because with an LLC, you don't need to say.
Interesting how that works.
Yeah. If I keep looking into this, am I going to find out that their major funders are BlackRock? Am I going to find out it's like an international corporation that a Chinese corporation owns major shares on the ground in? Am I going to find out it's a land developer out of Ohio? Who the fuck knows? You know what I mean?
There's definitely
the fact that
something
you're hiding
fishy going on here.
The fact that you're hiding it makes it that much more interesting.
Yeah. Suspicious. I think the word you were looking for there was suspicious.
Yes. That is exactly what I was looking
Sure to
for.
gospel. It sounds like an extortion racket. You're goddamn right it does, because I'm willing to bet that the deal that they worked out with developers that they mentioned, agreement with developers, who own the land, how much you want to bet that they got it for pennies on the dollar because of the white guilt pressure involved? Do you think that they worked out a fair market value if somebody wanted to buy 2.2 acres of land in the middle? Are you fucking kidding me? Of Berkeley? What do you think they're going to do? I think they're going to set up a community center and an interpretive center for the Al Halone people, and everywhere else is going to be a money-making operation. If they can set up a casino, you're goddamn right they will.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Just it's a gangsterism. That's all it is. It's a gangsterism. Moving along. Knife-wielding NYC bandits steal more than $200 in bounty towel paper towels.
What?
Yeah.
The super soaker upper?
Yes. $200 of it. But it didn't work. Their scheme went down the tubes.
A whole roll of bounty.
Yeah. I mean, how many boxes of bounty does it need to make up for $200? Like, those are bandits. Are you sure they're not petty thieves? They sound like petty thieves.
Any box, I think, is around about. Yeah. Shoplifters, mate. That's what they are. You don't even need... The knife probably cost more.
Darren Root, I have no doubt that they're a tribe and they exist. The point is that they weren't the ones asking for it, and they're not the ones who now have possession of it. It went to a fucking land trust. Really? Why isn't it going to them? Are they not capable of running their own place? To me, that's the important part. It's like, are they people? Sure. Okay. Why don't they own the land then? Why aren't they the ones asking for the land? They're not even the largest part of the trust established. That I did look up.
I love this photo, though.
Yeah.
Like the photographer got the low angle on it and everything as well. You can tell the policeman in the back is just like, oh, these bounty thieves, I'm having to come in and clean up their mess. And everyone goes, hey. And he's like, hey. And then they put cuffs on the guy.
Yeah.
That was the photographer's first day. He wants to make a good impression.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do like how obvious it is that, the criminal involved because he's got his hands cuffed. You're right. It's a very dramatic image, and apparently 4 packages of bounty are just around that much. 20 packs. There it is. 20. There it is. The full.
Oh my God.
It's Druggle. It's the bounty of the crime.
Nice.
Did the police get him or a bounty hunter?
Oh.
Are they
shit.
vigilantes? Or are they just trying to clean up the streets?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Boo.
you know how much I like a nice heist, a quick, clean crime.
Hey!
Okay, yeah.
I'll roll with it.
Nice.
Hey!
A pair of knife-wielding bandits ripped off an obscene amount of bounty paper towels.
Ripped off. Hey! Did it add to their rap sheet?
Of an Upper East Side CVS Tuesday, but didn't get far before their paper-thin scheme went down the tubes.
These guys are on a roll.
The duo ambled into the drugstore on Lexington Avenue near 87th Street around 10:20 a.m. and pulled 20 packs of name-brand paper products worth more than $200 off the shelves, cops said. With a 20-year-old male worker demanding that they leave the store, one of them threatened him with a knife. Then they fled the store with the bulky paper towels, worth $227 in total, heading towards the number 6 train station. God, they were going. Look at this cop. He's rethinking a career.
Right. Oh my God. This city. Oh, fucking waste of his time.
I know.
Imagine getting arrested for that as well. Like, and you're in like the fucking the holding cell, and they're like, "What are you in for?" "Oh, I stabbed a guy." "What are you in for?" "Oh, fucking my mate set a house on fire and I just drove off." "What are you in for?" "I stole a shit ton of fucking kitchen roll." He's got to explain that to people now. Jesus Christ.
I would just say murder.
It's easier, isn't it? It's a lot easier.
So if you know, why has it got the leg holster? It doesn't have a gun in it.
I don't see a leg holster.
Yeah, it's right there. It's embedded into the pantaloons there.
That's just a
Pantaloons?
pocket.
I think that is, yeah, he's just wearing the old cargo pants.
Yeah, those are just cargo pants.
I thought, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, all right.
I think.
It's just awful. Like because now he's gonna have to explain that every time he goes to a job interview
The cargo
as
pants?
well. Like, no, not that. The crime.
Oh, the crime.
There you got the fucking cool stealing all of this.
Cargo
I mean,
pants.
it just looks bad on paper.
All right.
Okay, I got another question then. Why is he using a ball chain for his gun lanyard?
That I don't know.
It's a religious thing.
Okay. Thanks, Zed Hero. I didn't notice the gun was on his hip. It's good you're here to tell us
Where
these
are
things.
we, John Boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Hey, it's our good friend Alan for $5, who says, quick and to the point, Uncle. Alan.
Very nice. Love that guy. Parachute saves plane occupants in Northern California crash. Did you know whole plane?
That's not news.
What?
That's just what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. Parachute works
Parachutes
as
work.
defended.
Yeah,
no.
right.
This is not a parachute for the people. It's a parachute for the plane.
Oh.
I didn't.
Oh, that is news.
Like, okay, I knew that planes landing on air. Damn it!
Shut up! Be quiet!
Fuck. All right.
Alan. Sin. Alan. Thank you, sir.
Love that guy. Love him.
So, Amy Graff. God, I'd love to have that name if I wrote stories for modern news entertainment.
Do you want to be called Amy? We can call you Amy.
Graph.
I don't know if I want to call you
Polygraph?
Graph. Polygraph. Oh! That's it. Show's over.
Yeah, I mean it's not getting better than that. I just it's it was one of the smallest things that Ooh. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Oops.
I can tell you now, it was Alan.
It was Alan for $5, who says Polly, as he always does, the gentleman that he is. And Alan, how you doing?
The thing is, Polly, it doesn't end there because Alan in the chat also just said, chat. I love the consistency.
Thorough. Completely thorough, this gentleman.
That's what I'm saying. The man does not leave the gentlemanliness alone. It's
all
a sign of
bases
quality.
covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buckle Snuck, thank you very much for the $1. These dirty crooks thought that they would get a clean getaway, but they left a paper trail directly to their ill-gotten bounty. 3. It was a triple. I love it. And you tell them, Capo Consigliere. Thank you for the $1.69. Otterfather Dub. These dipshits are moving into our business on Ratio Boulevard. Little Tony, Downtown Denny, and me is about to pump them full of lead unless they smash that like button soon. Them fucking dipshits.
You heard the man.
Very nice. Very nice.
Dude, I love it. Like, so many people in the chat now are just going, Alan.
Hey, just a reminder one more time, because it actually fits into the last donation theme there. I have a new $10 donation down there, if anybody feels so inclined. So yeah, they won't let me load the picture of the parachute plane, and that fucking bugs me. You know why? Because it's up on Instagram, and I have to log into Instagram to see it, and I won't do that.
Fuck that.
Because fuck you, Meta. That's why. Do y'all have Instagrams?
No.
Yeah.
You down with the gram, Sin?
I have one. I don't use it very much. I need to start using it more.
He's a little baby boy, isn't he? Of course he does. He's got all the social needs.
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
Nazi, thank you for the $2. It sounded like with the Paper Bandits, you were on a roll. Yeah, it was a good one.
Hey!
It was,
Man, it's fucking $227 for that many. But what a ripoff!
I know, and they said $200 over and over again when they had actually gotten $227. I just
Yeah, don't forget the 27. Yeah.
This isn't meant to be a pun, but I love toilet paper and paper towel math. It's like 1 roll equals 6 rolls of the competitor. So you get 12 rolls, you're really getting 36 rolls. Fucking, I love paper towel.
I'm down with
math.
that. Yeah, we've got in some supermarkets here because I had to buy kitchen roll, and I mean they're going for like £3.50 a fucking roll if you're gonna get the I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm getting the fucking.
And I
store
go through
brand
that
shit.
stuff pretty consistently too.
Yeah, he's a man of many fluids. So I bought
just
this
when I
big
cook.
from from Aldi, and it's a massive roll. And I was looking at it, it goes like, oh, it's like fucking 1.7 pence per sheet. I'm like, I'm having fucking that one, mate.
yeah, right. Do you guys know these things? Bring up a picture here, guys.
I already know what it is. Yep, I have these. I have a lot of these.
Okay. Boom.
Always
There.
pick up 1 or 2 of them.
Oh yeah. Okay. When you said I go through a lot of these fairly consistently, the blue shop towels. Any red-blooded male is going to know
those
these
are
things.
great.
Or any lady that needs a towel that actually works. Holy shit!
I prefer.
I want to know what these are made out of. It's
They're significantly more expensive, but I like the ones in the box.
oh yeah, these guys right here, like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah. That does look classier. I'll give that to you.
Oh man, these are primary tools for gun cleaning for me. You take one of them
Oh, yeah.
sheets, fold them in 4, and you just cut them into 4 little squares. It will put up with solvents. It will put up with white. You can make one filthy and disgusting to get all the schmutz from the inside of your gun, all the combustion byproducts and whatnot, and lubricants that were there from before, beautifully. Paper towel won't work. A tissue, that's a blow in your nose. But I found that they have a heavy-duty version. Sin, get the heavy-duty version. Son of a bitch, it's like a fucking Kevlar towel. Unbelievable. Little bit more money, but wait till you see what it's worth. That same company, Scott, they make heavy-duty versions of their blue shop towels. Unfucking believable. I can't believe I'm extolling the virtues of shop towels, but fuck it, it's worth it.
I just love the bit where
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
I just love the bit where you went, tissue? That's for blowing your nose. The incredulity is what got me. Is Xeon Shodan, the newly made husband, for $5? Says, Drunkle makes me super happy you had an actual shot, man. Of course, mate, of course. He says, you're probably the reason I got sick Friday night, though. But thank you, sir. And all of you for your kind words. Ah, fucking congratulations, dude. And I hope you have a long and happy marriage.
Nice.
Sweet.
And not only, the bride was beautiful, but I hope the groom was also very handsome.
All right, here we are. LaGuardia, former laughingstock, ranked best mid-size airport in the U.S. You want to hear what pushed them over the edge? Like to be top?
What's that?
They started using Scott's paper towels in their bathrooms?
Yeah.
Those aren't paper towels, my friend. Those are shop towels. They don't want to tell you what constitutes them. I think it's alien technology.
They come from the shop region. Right, fair enough.
Right. I use those towels in my kitchen. Polly's totally right. You could scrape, like you don't need a Brillo pad, Drunkle. You could scrape the crusties off the bottom of a fry pan. We're talking a cast iron pan that you bake the shit onto. You get down to bare metal with one of them bad boys.
They're very textured.
If Festonia said it, I'm already sold.
Yeah. He did, so you should
not
be.
Gay.
Yeah. No, the reason why is sushi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have some of the LaGuardia Airport has some of the best sushi of any airport in the United States, and it pushed them over the edge.
I don't really rank my sushi by airports, but it's nice to know that someone does.
Yeah, someone's out there doing the work.
Yeah.
It's not so much that they rank the airports by sushi, it's that they rank the sushi by airport.
Yeah.
I can't believe that, that was one of the criteria they had, is like quality of food that's available.
That's just, I just want to get on a plane and go to my destination. I don't want to buy like fucking luggage. I've already got luggage. Why would I need that now? I don't want a Cinnabon. Stinks.
I want a Cinnabon, dude. I've had such a taste for Cinnabon.
No, man. Even because they pump the fucking smell out as well. And for those of us, Polly, who can't stand the smell of cinnamon, it's aggressive.
Oh, they're very aggressive with the smell of the Cinnabon. They know that they're doing it. Yeah, that's.
And it's too much.
That's not the
it.
smell of their
Avoid
cooking.
airports.
That's their essential oils that they just cranked into the fucking air system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Subway with the bread.
And don't think I didn't notice that it was written by Philip Timonia, F-I-L-I-P. Come on. Yeah, that's the...
Philippe.
Yeah.
Philippe, yeah.
This is just, you're an AI, aren't you? That's an acronym for something.
Emotiha.
Yeah.
Sounds like a shampoo.
Right? I don't believe you're a real person. Swindon dog gets surgery after swallowing more than 130 coins. Oh.
He's a fucking idiot.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
When you see the dog himself, okay, one, it looks by the coloration.
He looks like an idiot.
Well, by the coloration of his fur, it looks like he might have a little copper poisoning, the poor little guy.
There's some £2 coins in there. Oh man, that dog's getting kicked. Dog's in space.
That is a lot of fucking. Didn't you notice the dog
What's the
was
street
moving a little
value?
bit slower? I mean, if you had that,
Yeah, do you know he jingled every time we took him for a walk?
right? You pick him up and you rub his belly and go, "Oh, you's a good boy." Jingle, jingle, jingle. Like what the hell? Look at that little guy. If you had that many coins in a bag in your back pocket, it'd slow you down. Of course, it'd slow that little guy down.
You'd sound like a grandfather, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, I got in my pocket for you grandchildren. It's just, yeah.
Oh God, when Bill Cosby said it.
Oh, look at poor
That
little,
is, what was that, like
guy.
£18 worth, it said? Fucking hell.
Yeah, 100.
That's a lot of coins, man.
Well, how low were these your coin collections stored to the ground? For fuck's sake.
I keep my coins in a dog food bowl like everyone else. The thing is, I recently took a load of pound coins to the bank to get changed into notes. because they're way lighter that way.
Mhm.
And shit's heavy.
Yep.
Like coins, when you got enough of them, they're quite fucking heavy. So like, were they going like, oh, fuck, oh, Fido's walking a bit low. What's up with that? Why is he dragging his stomach across the ground? More importantly, how did they notice?
Look, let's read on.
Is it because he kept shitting £5 notes?
His name's Charlie, and he was taken to the. Okay, if it's the Thames River, it would be Thameswood Vets.
Yep.
Okay.
Very good. Well done.
Nice. The Thameswood Vets in Swindon, by his concerned owners after he became ill. So I think he just started laying down and acting sick, which would be understandable, honestly. Poor guy.
Look, yeah.
And it was during, they did an ultrasound and like, dude, he's got more money in him than you own.
This dog's worth something.
Yeah. We did find some pieces of plastic in there as well, but the owners had no idea that he'd eaten the coins. Didn't you notice that you were missing, like, money?
Yeah, I would notice if 18 quid went missing from my fucking flat, mate. Be looking around for my Bichon Frise. Where are you, Charlie?
Despite the unusual nature of Charlie's snack, the vet said it was not uncommon for dogs to take a fancy to lose change. I thought it would be.
I mean, this is the first I've heard of it. Toddlers are more likely to do it than dogs, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He's making a good recovery. I'm glad it didn't ruin his stomach or intestinal tract or whatever. Many coins contain zinc, which can be poisonous, and lead to vomiting, diarrhea, and a lack of appetite. Yeah, well, that's what was wrong with him. He wasn't eating anything else. He just had a taste for coins now.
He's got expensive taste.
Yeah.
Huh.
In an almost Pavlovian sense, his mouth started watering every time I would jingle the change in my pocket.
I went to pay the restaurant bill. I just scanned my dog. Do you think they gave the money to the vet as a tip?
Yeah, what did they do with the coinage? That's a good question because you saw it was pretty corroded.
Rinse it off and put it back in the fucking box.
What?
Put it back in the dog.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to clean it off. It had been all corroded from stomach bile and digestive juices.
You just rinse it.
Yeah, run under a cold tap.
Yeah, I want the coins back. Now, Zed Hero, I read that a little off. It was like, it contains zinc, and led to vomiting, not contains lead and zinc. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's when a comma becomes important because it sounds like the coins contained lead, which they obviously don't unless the British mints are looking to poison their own people, and I don't think they are. I think.
Well, economically, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Boom. Prescott man arrested after breaking into Standish prison building. That's it.
Was it Standish? Because there's only like one stand. Like, why? I mean, where's Standish? I'm breaking in.
Standish, Michigan.
Oh, okay, weird name. Breaking in.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point of the story for me. It's like, wait, you were breaking in? You know I love a nice heist, and this was the opposite of one. So what the fuck? A man has been charged with an unusual breaking and entering involving a former Michigan prison. The prison building he allegedly broke into is the former Standish Correctional Facility, closed in 2009. That's definitely an unusual call. Most of the time when we get called for someone trying to break out of prison, not into prison, yeah, we get the idea. It's the first time someone was broken into the building there over the past 15 years. It comes at a time when the state recently decided what may happen to the facility. The Michigan Department of Corrections has officially decided that the Standish prison will never be used as a prison again until we open it up as a hostel for illegal refugees, or excuse me, migrant undocumented citizens. In which case we'll tear down all the walls and turn them into plush hotel rooms. What's that?
They're called newcomers.
Right. That's true. Investigators found several items in his 2015 Lexus, which was registered to the state of Oregon, believed to be stolen jewelry, as well as some cash and burglary tools, and an unregistered firearm. Bellamy is arraigned on 4 charges, including possession of burglary tools. He remained in custody on Monday on a $100,000 10% bond. His attorney did not want to comment Monday. Yeah, I wouldn't either. So why does someone break into a closed prison building? His initial statements were that he just wanted to walk around and take a look. urban exploration. But in reality,
I think you could ask.
ow, that's no fun. Haven't you ever watched YouTubers with their getting arrested while going into a sewer?
Mm-mm.
No? Yeah, it's a thing. But when you're arrested in possession of burglary tools and mask, it's not the case. Clearly you're not looking to just walk around, they claim. Michigan Department of Corrections spokesman said anything of value has been removed from the building years ago, except for the copper piping. Wouldn't that be brilliant if that's what he was actually after, Sen? I would appreciate the get up and go entrepreneurialism of somebody attempting that. I would. I mean, look at this place. Gotta have copper piping. You know how much that shit's worth?
No.
Call up somebody and say, I need my entire house repiped. Find out how much it is for just parts.
It's a rental.
I know. But nonetheless, claim you're from the rental company. That's not a crime.
Is it not?
Lying's not a crime. No, not unless you actually attempt to initiate the purchase. Then it's fraud. But just saying you're somebody that you're not, in that case, is not a crime. It's just lying.
Dip my toe in the water. The water's a fraud.
In any case, moving the fuck along. U.S. being invaded by Tom Bomb weed. Oops.
Sounds amazing.
I know.
I'd smoke that. Fuck.
Well, unfortunately, it's not that kind of weed. That's that kind of weed.
Nah. Is it called Time Bomb? Because that's an awesome name.
No, it's an invasive plant, and it's common. It's a common lawn weed, also known as ribwort or buckhorn plantain, which has been one of the longest periods of dormancy in the U.S., laying in wait for up to 177 years. Sort of like,
oh wow,
yeah, bugs that go underground and then they move out in cycles.
Yeah, it's the cicada of the flora world.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Its dormancy period is extremely long, and when it grows in its dormancy period, it's just little buds, little sproutlings. It's difficult to tell the difference from that and a blade of grass. But then when it goes off and the cicadas come out, like that kind of time, yeah, it explodes into giant plants, and they're everywhere throughout the U.S. So it's going to be invasive buckhorn slaughtering time. But it's like, do something about it now before it gets worse. But, we're talking about the U.S. government here, so not going to happen.
It's newcomer buckhorn?
Yes. Okay, why are you so hateful of migrating plants? Because they're going to destroy us all?
They were here first.
Right? If anything, it's going to be like
the land off of the buckhorn.
Well, yeah, the New Yorker turkey situation, right? That kind of thing. So people are just going to need to learn to live with the buckhorn plantain. It's just becoming part of everyday life in the big city.
It's part and parcel of living in London.
Yeah, it's like you could have just removed it when they were small blades of grass. But, we've got more important things to do, like give free room and board to the newcomers. When it explodes and chokes out the nutrients of every other living thing that's a plant in the area, yeah, then it'll be a fucking problem. At which time they'll just say it's part and parcel of living in the big city, fuckers. You heard it here first. Get ready. Time bomb weed.
Put a spin on that, Seth Rogen.
It's getting ready to go off, yo.
Cool.
Here we go. The 24-year-old selling human bones.
Is that allowed?
Yep. With a vast bone collection worth over $600,000 and a large social media following, John Picya Fentry is revitalizing the field of osteology. Osteology. During a visit...
Yes, it's bonitis, yeah.
Of bonitis.
Crippling bonitis.
Yeah.
Bone studies.
During a visit to his warehouse in Brooklyn, New York, why am I not surprised? He gives us a glimpse of his collection and his fascinating findings as he's discovered. He explains the meaning of responsibly sourced human remains and what osteology can tell us about people and history. So it is possible to get a hold of bones, and this ghoulish son of a bitch has figured out how to do it, and he's making lots of money, as you can tell by his incredibly well-conditioned hair.
That is fucking glorious locks on this motherfucker, man.
Yeah. I know women that would knock this guy unconscious just to shave his head and sell his weave. I mean,
just be using bone meal or something in there. What I mean, it's worth over $600,000. What's the going rate for like a femur?
A lot.
How do you value human bones?
Well, that's a good
That's
question.
a good question.
I don't know how they're street valuing bones, but whatever.
Oof.
Yeah.
I do not find that humorous.
You got a bone to pick about it?
I love it. CNN is publishing a series of articles debunking commonly held conspiracy theories. Why?
Oh, okay.
I have no idea, but this week they've picked chemtrails.
Yeah.
Chemtrails.
Chemtrails we all know exist because the Earth is flat.
Yes. I can't believe they decided this as a series of articles. You've become like, what was the what's the word? Tabloid newspaper that put out that Bat Boy's been discovered.
Oh, fuck. I know what you're talking about.
National Daily News.
Enquirer.
The Enquirer, was it?
The National Enquirer.
Oh, man. That was my personal favorite is Satan's skull discovered in Arizona. That was a win. It had little horns on it. It was fantastic.
Of course it would have horns.
I know, right? How else would you know it was Satan's skull? It was.
Yeah, otherwise it just looks like someone kid from Brooklyn would collect it. Otherwise, you know.
But they go through all the trouble and they're doing it in like Leah Amalash. Like oh wow, you've reached the height of your fucking profession, haven't you? Published this morning at 6 a.m. How did the chemtrails conspiracy theory take off? And they go through the history of it, relying on Snopes and everyone else. Are chemtrails real? Here's what the experts have said. The science. Why, guys? Why? Why are they doing this? Is this part of their new news tactic for the coming era? I don't know. Look, they actually have these phrases in their article. At least that's what the science says.
The science.
Yeah.
The science.
That's the science that we have to listen to. Listen to the science. The science is in. Trust the science.
I think the entire goal of doing stuff like this is that if we put together enough conspiracy theories that like chemtrails and debunk, and then flat earth or whatever the fuck and debunk, or cloud people, which is an underrated one. Nobody likes looking into the cloud people, and I'm a fan.
That's because they don't like being seen. Alan in the chat says, I want a skull. You don't have one?
Yeah. You know, there's a
Alan?
there's a guy off in Brooklyn selling them, man. Get a hold of them. I mean,
Yeah,
they're not
you basically
cheap, but they're worth it.
You're basically full of money right now, like that dog.
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, I'd love to see Satan's skull.
Yeah. Just a bunch of pictures of Baphomet.
That's a Baphomet, yeah.
And
The poor man's Satan.
There we go. Satan's skull discovered.
Close enough.
Come on, show it. I remember the cover. Tabloid. Well, L-O-I-D.
You wrote Tanlot instead.
L-O-I-D. Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'm not altogether there, man. It's fine. There it is. Satan's skull found.
Amazing. He's got very small horns for the the rule of perdition, doesn't he?
Oh, New Mexico, not Arizona. I apologize, Arizona. It was actually found in Better Mexico.
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Next to a pizza on a rooftop.
Bible experts call it the find of the century.
Oh, that's incredible. What a find. That's great. I'm just saying, they're very small horns for the rule of perdition. You know, you think he'd have big fucking horns, like as a sign of his authority. Also, like Satan's horns, no practical evolutionary reason for them. It's not like he went around headbutting people.
He might have. You don't know. But at least his ancestors did.
Did they?
Well, no.
It was like fucking, and Gabriel, the revelator, came down to Jesus and said, boom! Just fucking headbutted a baby in the manger. How about you, prick?
What the hell Bible have you been reading from?
Never read it.
Oh, that
I'll
explains.
fill in the gaps.
That explains a lot. Yeah, just filling in the gaps from imagination. It's fine.
And Gabriel said unto Jesus, "Have it."
Victim seeking divorce, scammed by fake paralegal at Burger King.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But a paralegal at a Burger King, and alarm bells weren't ringing there.
Right.
Victim.
Right.
I like a Burger King every now and then.
Like, I understand
Yeah.
that people are quick to be duped, but with all the 1-800-GET-LAW-NOW options out there, why did you just call one of them? Reach out to one of our paralegals online. Why would you trust some dude who's whopping down eating a Whopper next to you? I don't understand.
Oh, whopping down worked.
Yeah, whopping down a Whopper. Fair enough. I should have rolled with it first time. In Mission, Texas, oh God, poor Texas, a man posing as a car salesman and a paralegal scammed 3 people out of $21,000. You think we're doing the wrong job? I'm a used car salesman and a paralegal. Why are you eating the value menu nuggets then?
Is that a small fries?
Yeah. Jesus Lopez, 41, was arrested on charges of theft of property, $2,500 to $30,000, enhanced theft of property, $2,500 to $30,000, theft of property up to $2,500, and 2 warrants, one out of Austin and another one theft out of Gaines County. Did you have a business card? We should probably start there. Did you have do you think that this guy's a paralegal?
Website.
What?
No. He looks like he washes cars.
Yeah. The Burger King divorce incident. I know. This is what everyone's been waiting for. On August 14th and 15th, 2023, a person seeking a divorce lawyer met Lopez at a Burger King located at this place in Mission. According to police, Lopez told the person he worked at a local law firm and requested $500 to initiate divorce proceedings. On the 16th, the person met again with Lopez at the same location, requested an extra $2,500 to continue the divorce. On the 31st, he met the victim, Lopez, again. This time, Lopez requested an extra $2,500 for legal services. Lopez requested $800 from the victim, police say. The divorce-seeking victim gave Lopez a total of $6,300 for false services. So now you know. Just find someone looking for divorce. I couldn't do that. A man looking to get divorced and you just bilk him of money. That's low, bro. That's bottom feeding. Oh man, you fake bail incident. You didn't really fake it. Lopez also met with a third victim who he was trying to bail her son out of jail. He allegedly met with the woman at her residence. You're a lawyer, not a bail bondsman. Why would she give you money? Lawyers aren't bail bondsmen. Holy shit. That's depressing. Gave her an extra $5,000 allegedly to help her get her son out of jail. The third victim gave Lopez a total of $13,000 to get her son out of jail. Good God, what had he done? Calculate 10% off of that. $130,000, $131,000 bond? What the fuck had he done? Mind-blowing. Yeah, why don't I meet you? If you ask for more money, okay, cool. Why don't we meet at your office? No, the Burger King's fine. No, your office is fine.
Yeah, we'll meet over at Wendy's.
Yeah.
Grab me a Frosty, too, while you're up there.
Right?
See you at the Taco Bell drive-thru.
Why the drive-thru? Well, we can't go inside there anymore. Too much crime. Cat falls into toxic chemical tank. Now, this news from Japan, you might think would be bad for the cat. And here's the cat, right? You see him just traipsing across there. He's traipsing.
You traipsing along?
Yeah, going along, right? Okay. Now, the security camera captured the cat running at high speed. Following its path, the reddish-brown prop prints are found. The reason why is this cat is now toxic and on the loose. The cat
made a questionable tweet.
Yeah.
The cat came from a tank containing a toxic substance of hexavalent chromium. Upon reviewing the security footage, the cat was seen escaping from the factory. It is presumed that the cat fell into the tank containing the hexavalent chromium and managed to climb out and escape. The chromium is a hazardous substance which can cause inflammation of the skin and mucous membranes upon contact. If touched and then rubbed into the eyes, could potentially lead to blindness. The cat is out there apparently it's not damaging to the cat. So this is Typhoid Kitty running around town poisoning people, and they're not able to track the chromium cat down. That is all.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'd have a better handle on stuff like this.
What? I don't know. I think that's kind of like unforeseen, isn't it? I'm not going to assume that, domesticated cats falling into chemical vats and then escaping and poisoning everyone.
What were they keeping the cat in that it could escape so easily?
Well, they weren't keeping it in there. It fell into the vat containing this chemical and then got out.
I don't like the look of it.
What? You think it was purposeful?
I just think it was negligent.
They should have kept the tank more sealed.
Yeah.
Well, it was big enough. Okay, the only way to get in, I read the whole story. Okay, it was no way that a person could get in there. Only a cat could get in there. You think it was negligent to not seal it off from smaller mammals too?
I'm sorry, somebody drove by. Can you repeat that? Did you hear the fucking engine again?
I did. Well, the last bit of it anyway.
I also really want to give props to Typhoid Kitty. That was excellent, Polly.
Thank you.
I just didn't want that to go that by without anyone saying anything. That was strong work.
I read through the whole article, right? And the cat was the only thing big enough to fit in there. It was sealed. No person could get in there. But apparently there was a small access port where if you've ever seen a cat, it can get into spaces you wouldn't think they were big enough to get into. And this cat is one of them.
They're liquid.
Yeah, again, cat is liquid. Cat is music.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know. There you go.
Whoa. Is that the cat?
I didn't.
Thing changed a little bit.
I didn't even think I should have put those two stories together. It really does. Yeah, I can see how you got there. No, that's not the cat. That's not the cat in mutated form. Look at that thing.
Well, then what is it?
What do you think it is?
Jellyfish.
It is a jellyfish.
Yeah.
Okay, but tell me that's not a really... I mean, I can't believe he's touching it.
Yeah, I wouldn't... No. That's very brave and stupid of him.
It's very something I wouldn't touch.
Right?
Yeah.
This is... Okay, so... Not normal to see. Monstrous jellyfish washing along the Florida beaches. Jesus Christ, this thing's washing up in Florida. Look at that fucking thing, man.
There's all kinds of shit coming out of the ocean right now, man. A fuck ton of starfish, fucking sea turtles, which are making people sick. And now this, a fucking jellyfish crossed with a fungus.
Right? It's got...
Fungal fish.
It's got bubbling festules on its outards. No.
I didn't like any word in that sentence. Jesus Christ.
The jellyfish probably looked in the mirror that morning and went, yeah, fucking champion, mate. And then Polly comes out and just insults it.
If anyone's a Star Trek fan, you know what this reminds me of? The
very first episode of Voyager, the caretaker.
Why would that remind you of the caretaker?
No, hang on. Enterprise. Yeah. No, it's the Next Generation, Enterprise. There was a big old fucking space jellyfish that was looking for his mate. And at the end of the episode, Deanna Troi was like, grace and gratitude.
Oh, the giant space squids. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
All right.
No. This is from the original series, actually, from Devil in the Dark. There was the creature that was based on silicon that could just move through solid rock like it moved through air. It looked like that. The bubbling festules on the outside of it. It just disgusting. Disgusting.
It tastes really nice, though.
No, you don't eat it.
Somewhere in Japan, they are eating that.
Well, yeah, but that's Japan.
Leave them to it. All right, fair enough.
Oh, yeah, the mind control flying rays. That did possibly. Yeah, Operation Annihilate kind of looked like that a little bit, except didn't have the rocky, bubbling festules.
Mm.
Yeah, that's just not.
It's probably what Tasha Yar looks like now.
Yeah, the magma monster. That's the one, Divine Petulance, the Devil in the Dark one. So anyway, that's disgusting, and I hope to just disgust you
Yeah.
with that picture when I saw it. I mean, I was just
You did.
good. Good
job.
Success
Good
all
job.
around. And just a quick reminder that I do have that new $10 donation down there if anybody's interested in getting it, because yeah. Okay, giant mystery monolith appears top of Welsh Hill. Drunkle, this is for you.
Oh, God, he's back.
What? Your Welshisms?
The fucking monolith.
Uh-huh. It's spreading.
He's back.
Oh.
Maybe this is just the Earth getting herpes.
Herpes with a...
Maybe this is...
It's a giant metallic
Some kind-
Toblerone bar.
Yeah, you don't know what herpes looks like on this kind of scale.
Okay, that's fair enough, but I'm
be
willing to bet a
fair,
giant
yeah.
metallic
All right.
Toblerone is not it.
It might be.
You guys don't have, like, Alps on your Toblerone bars?
Yeah.
That's just a rectangle. Like, Toblerones have triangles,
It is a triangle.
which are called Alps.
It's not a rectangle, it's a triangle.
That's not a I've seen triangles, mate. That is not a triangle.
It's not a rectangle.
It's a triangle. I don't know what to say. It's got 3 sides. I don't know what
How is that a triangle? It's not a triangle.
if I could reach through this mic, I'd give you such a shake.
It's got 3 sides. You're looking at it in the 2D. You need to think the 3D.
There's a secret side.
There is a word for this. Somebody can look it up for me because you guys are faster at the Google food than I am. What is a 3-dimensional triangle, not a pyramid, called? Because a pyramid has to have 3 sides as well as triangles on all sides. This does not have that. You get it. It's a long tubular triangle. What the hell is that called?
A monolith. It's not a
prism.
monolith
A
then.
prism.
If it's
Thank
if
you.
it's a prism.
Yes.
But a monolith it's not a monolith. They've used the word wrong. A monolith is generally a pillar, a block,
A rectangle?
a rectangle. Thank you.
Why would it be that?
Because it's no, but I'm saying it's not.
But why would
Because
it?
it's a prism. It's a prism. And maybe this is like the some kind of new invasive plant, like the buckhorn. That's why it's popping up everywhere. And why was this for me, by the way, Polly?
Welsh.
You prick.
Locals of AaA spotted a 10-foot tall block of steel, which is shaped like a giant Toblerone, on Hay Buff near Powellow's town on the weekend. Now, it's like, didn't they have this 2 years ago? Yeah. And Beans absolutely did, and there's more of them, and this is the newest one. Walkers were bemused by the mystery steel monolith, which has appeared on Welsh Hill. It follows a string of similar sightings across the UK and US in recent years. In 2020, multiple sightings were reported, mostly isolated areas of Europe. A sighting at Compton Beach on the Isle of Wight, and the Mary Maiden Stone Circle in Cornwall attracted hundreds of TikTokers and Instagrammers because they have no sense of anything that generates actual content other than going places and say, look, I'm here. Also,
It's weird that these things keep popping up in, cultured and safe countries, isn't it, really?
Yeah. It's odd that you don't have to go to the middle of Taliban-run Afghanistan to find one of them. Interesting.
Weird.
That. Yeah. Yeah, Zally's right. So if you ever want to know what a ham box looks like, something like that. Yeah. There's 2 different images of it. Where's the one on the Isle of Wight?
It's Isle of Wight.
There it is. Wight, excuse me. An identical structure appeared on Compton Beach on the Isle of Wight in 2020. See? Triangular with a triangle on top.
I see the prison part on that one, yeah. But that's the Isle of Wight has always been at a bit of an angle anyway. Isle of Wight's a lovely place. They got a refuse service there called White Trash.
You don't have enough phlegm to pronounce those names. You're damn right I don't. I got, it's just can't do it. He took photographs of the latest signs. They ain't got nothing to talk about. I want to know how they're affixed into the ground, and they haven't said that very well. I mean, is there a concrete structure down there? Does the metal continue down? Have they been like as if they were thrown from the moon, like a bad G.I. Joe storyline where they just spike into the ground? They're actually, hundreds of meters long, and they just, how easy are they to knock over?
You're giving it too much thought here, but I mean, the whole point of these things is for people to talk about them. So in 10 years, someone can talk about their art installation, which is based on social media and cultural awareness. So I think the best thing to do is, like a pain in your butthole, just ignore it and it'll probably go away.
Yeah, probably. Monolith sucks. Yeah. I don't. Are any of these? I can't help but notice that it ends sort of abruptly. Where the one on the Isle of Wight here, I like the top of it much more. That seems much more like
Got
a
different thing
monolith.
going on here.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
It adds a little something, doesn't it?
It does. There's a flourish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not
Little
a superfluous one. It comes to a finishedness as opposed to, oh, we just cut it off a long extruded line of monoliths. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 I appreciate it. This one looks like it's got more polish on it.
Yeah, I think this is they put some more effort into this one. Clearly, it probably like emits a Wi-Fi signal or something as well. Do you know what I mean? Like it actually has a purpose, whereas the other ones are just.
All right, moving along. So, a tree falls.
Did anyone hear it?
Oh, they heard it. A very long dead tree fell over and crushed this house. Now, I started with the far away picture just so you could see how long this tree was and how far away, from its base that it fell over. You know what I mean? This is a house in Cumberland County. Let's start going back and look at the fucking damage this caused. Crazy town. Okay, hello. Hello. Where's my go back? I want to go back. Okay. There we go. Wham! Just fuck me. Look at that. Just wrecked. Right through the center of your fucking house, destroyed. Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we need the insurance adjuster to come out and do an appraisal. It sucks because you can just tell them on the phone, dude, the house is a write-off. It's done. Well, I need to see that. Trust me, it's fucking done. The house fell over 60 feet away. And now I just get the police.
Is the appraiser's still going to show up as well and go, so what happened here?
You're right.
Tree, dickhead.
Like I said, look, they don't even show you the base of the tree, but you get a sense of just how fucking far away it was. Blows my mind, man. Totally dead tree. Hadn't sprouted leaves in forever.
Yeah.
This is what happens, Sinatra, when you start cutting down trees around your house.
To be cut down. And they weren't that big. They were 10 feet tall. I could have picked it up and threw it at the house and it wouldn't do any damage.
Yeah. And I think TA's right that it's I don't think the insurance is going to pay for this. Oh, that was an act of God.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
Yeah. And that fucking...
Oh, God, no.
That sucks. I mean, solid ass brick, and it doesn't matter. It's just the sheer force of impact of it coming down. Just wham! Right through the roof. Oh.
No amount of flex tape could have saved that house.
No, sir. No, sir. The rats are all high. Chief of Police says of vermin-infested headquarters and the evidence room. You know why?
Because they're eating all the fucking evidence.
Large amounts of marijuana has disappeared from the evidence room, and the investigation, the internal investigation, the vermin ate it.
Yeah, it was the rats. Oh, was it really, officer? No, she got a brand new Mercedes. Yeah, don't worry about that, though. Yeah, that was the
right.
rats.
I can't believe you had the gall to claim that. It's yeah, but it's official because that's what our investigation concluded. That's the end of it. Moving on. Yeah, New Orleans. I mean, known for what, corruption? The New Orleans Police Department can't be trusted with their own internal investigations. Say it ain't so. The state is now conducting their own investigation. I wonder why.
We're gonna have to jog through Polly. I got to leave very, very soon, bud. I got to make a delivery. I got to deliver this sword.
Well, of course you do. Oh, okay. This is just good fun. A $500,000 sand dune designed to protect coastal homes washes away in just 3 days. Okay, this story is just bitter sour grapes, guys. We're just going to laugh at the rich. Okay, here we go. In a drastic attempt to protect their beachfront homes, residents of Salisbury, Massachusetts invested over $500,000 in a sand dune to defend against the encroaching tides. After completing the task last week, the barrier made from 14,000 tons of sand lasted just 72 hours before it was washed away.
I'm just amazed it cost that much money. Like when you could just get like a load of kids with buckets and spades.
Right? And they would want to do it.
They would love it.
Children are industrious that way. Okay, quick bear fight, penultimate article, and we move on to the last one, and then we're it. Okay.
Oh, love a bear fight.
This is a
Brilliant.
mother bear attacking an adult male. Let's get it on.
Oh, this is Grazer. This is the winner of Fat Bear.
Is it? Look at this. Just fight. I can't believe this guy's just hanging out there. Dude, move back.
Yeah, fucking hell, chilling, right?
I think he's up on a thing.
They can climb.
They can climb.
Yeah. And they get out and they struck it out in the bush and something's going. Can you imagine this when you come along? What's going on in that bush? Two bears roll out.
bear.
Yeah. Motherfucking, they're covering territory fighting it out, man.
Yeah, Grazer's a fucking tough bitch, mate. We've seen a couple of videos of her fighting. She was the winner of the latest Fat Bear Week. She's our bear. She's the AAA bear.
She is.
I love this distance. I just want to start from the beginning again. Watch how far away it is. And she's just in there. Watch this. Just, what's that? You want some? You want some of this? Yeah. Come and get some, mother. Yeah.
It's my turf. It's the Warriors' turf.
That bear is good. Yeah, at least almost twice as big.
So small in comparison. Yeah.
Yeah. And backing them off, too. Very nice. So, now's the last chance to hit that $10 donation, at least until Friday. So feel free to hit it if you are so inclined. Moving along. Here's our, not penultimate, here's our final article. A male humanoid robot was unveiled in Saudi Arabia. It then inappropriately touched a female reporter.
Hey, Sid.
Yeah,
You remember Monday's show?
I do.
I wasn't here for this. Did you guys cover this?
Yeah.
All right, well, there it is. Its name's Muhammad, fully autonomous. It did not deviate from expected behavior. There you go.
I think we made the exact same fucking joke.
Yeah.
Well, of course it's the same joke. There's the fucking takeaway right there.
Working as expected.
Oh, Christ.
I wasn't here. How was
Fuck
I
her.
to
It
know?
says who's filming. What do you? Oh, the bear attack. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was,
not this.
yeah. I think it was a little dangerous for the guy to be filming, but there you go.
They were busy.
Yeah. At least we all know the kind of stories that work here on AAA. Like,
That's
you know,
true. Yeah.
stone-licking Mohammedans, even robotic versions, operating as expected.
That's right. That's right.
And that brings us to the end of our show. Drunkle's got to get going. So does anybody have any fast questions before we get the hell out of here?
No.
I got a question for Sinatra.
Yes.
Got anything, buddy?
No.
No. No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, well, there it is. Drunkle, Gamage.
Got it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've not been on it this week. Well, time change, Polly. Time change. So I'm not having enough time. But on the weekend, certainly, hopefully on Friday as well, we'll be able to get some Baldur's Gate 3 on Friday. Saturday, we're going to get some, I think it's going to be Brew Pub maybe on Saturday. And Sunday, we are, guys, come on, please, God willing. If God is willing and the creeks don't rise, it will be the next edition of the Jackbox Olympics Season 2 over on twitch.tv/DrunklePlays. And you've also got...
That's all they knew.
Bang.
Oh, I killed the otter.
Very nice.
Oh, come on. It was adorable. Thank you, Gamer Believe, for the $10. What's this? I want to see it one more time. Who wants to see it one more time?
Yeah.
Do it.
Whack 'em, fuck 'em. That's all they knew.
Bang.
Aw.
I like the little. Yeah. Is that Goodfellas, the audio?
Yeah, it's the sort of, but yes, it's the audiobook version of Wise Guy, the book that Goodfellas is based on.
All right.
There's a point where Henry, when narrating a story, says they got too loose with their hands. Eventually, whack them, fuck them. That's all they knew. And I thought that'd be a good lead into the Otter getting
Might have
blasted down.
to pick that up. That sounds good. Audio version of the book that Goodfellas is based on. Fucking brilliant.
And it's
sold.
brand new. They did a new edition for Audible, and I cannot recommend the job that the voice actors did enough. It's a knockout good job.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans on streaming Helldivers, Drunksley?
Well, no, I mean, time's an issue at the moment. Maybe on Saturday. How do you feel about Saturday?
I feel like I won't be here.
Then, no. I mean, I can. But I want you there.
I want there too.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll talk about that then. We'll talk
set it
about
up,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's over on twitch.tv/DrunklePlays, where all the magic doesn't happen. And if you've missed any of the amazing fucking gamage streams that I do, then worry not your pretty little head, because you can go to YouTube, Drunkle Plays, which is the archive channel, and I've been uploading a lot of that shit there, so you can go and check that out. Drop me a subscription as well. Hopefully, maybe, who knows, I could get that channel monetized.
Yeah, fantastic. And Sin, got anything going up for us?
No.
Fair enough. There it
No.
is. And Joshua Montgomery feels news, and I'm happy to hear that. If you have any other questions, and Patio Furniture, thank you for congratulating us on a great show. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You have any other questions, hit me up in chat, in the comments afterwards, and I'll be able to answer them then. Until then, Drunkle, where can they find us next?
We're going to be back on Friday on the Silent Sin channel, 9:30 p.m. EST. Shut fuck! 9:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. EST, 4:30 Central, and 5:30 on Christmas Island. One number! It just throws me off, man.
Your thing's doing it again.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
working
I
out
did
there
so
just a
well.
little
I did
bit.
so well all show. We're going to be back on Friday on the Silent Sin channel at 9:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. EST, 4:30 Central, and 5:30 on Christmas Island, Polybobs.
Beautiful. I'll be there. Drunkle will be there. Sin will be there. It's going to be a good time. All right, we'll see you over there, everyone. Thank you very much for your generous donations. It's greatly appreciated. I cannot tell you. In the meantime, everybody have a good night. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you again.
Later.